Hello, Uta here with a copy of my memoir, In the Curated Woods, True Tales from a Grass Widow. And that is available from iUniverse. And you can go through Amazon or Barnes& and Noble to get the digital one on Kindle or this soft cover, which that's a photo of my woods in the fog, and here's some moss. and So it does have 50 nature photos. And that is my demonstration of something to do for healing. Now, you might have noticed that I also have this lovely polished stone, which is also just an item that one can use for strength and healing. And I'm not getting all new agey or anything. I'm just saying to have something in the palm of your hand and associate thoughts with. I think about my mother, and I had given this stone to my mother. And these are mental health strategies that are healthy. Whereas in Michael Shellenberger's uh, presentation at GenSpec last November, which you can find on YouTube under GenSpec, Michael Shellenberger. I'm not going to put the link just because I'm really dividing it up. This is part 3 because this is what's happened with presenting all of this kind of information at conferences. People feel that they have to do it all in 40 minutes or an hour and cover it all. And there are quite a few sections of Michael Shellenberger's speech, which I am going to quote, and I'm giving credit here, where he kind of plows through this. And when you're processing this out, listening to it, you realize, oh, wait a minute. The doctor is calling this person a female, but this person isn't a female. This is a male who is going through a psychiatric illness. And the WPATH files are this amazing cache of emails between doctors who are members of the World Professional Association of Transgender Health. So this is how Shellenberger starts this section of it. This is from about 3/4 of the way through. Michael Shellenberger being an investigative journalist who was involved in putting out the Twitter files. So, and I know, just as a little preface to this, that Shellenberger had a desire as an investigative journalist to look into this trans stuff, except the feedback he got was so harsh and so extreme that he just decided, I can't touch this. This is just too much for me. So what the doctors are saying is alarming because there aren't any whistleblowers saying, this is serious psychiatric illness and it's not getting treated properly, especially in light that they are not even writing. These doctors like Mark Bowers are not writing or discussing openly the fact that there are all these detransitioners and that there are individuals who desist. The individuals who desist are not being studied. And I call desisting a return to mental health. Okay. Shellenberger is commenting, we see mental illness in these documents. This is serious mental illness. I would call it psychiatric illness. And that means that there is a serious abrogation of medical ethics. And he continues, without any sense of standards or rigor in how they're doing this. He names it as arbitrary medical practices, which no one should be subjected to. That was from the time of witch doctors. It's consumer driven and it's pseudo-scientific. And now here is really the core of what I want to give to you. A doctor writing, who is a member of WPATH, um, who is, I guess, a psychiatrist or something, because they talk about writing those letters to go to the surgeons to say, oh, yes, this person will never regret this. We need to cut off their intimate body parts. Okay. I have several trans clients, says the doctor, with serious mental illness, bipolar disorder, autism, and schizoaffective disorder. Now, I think there's also depression and PTSD. Um, Even though these clients have a well established transgender identity. So, Uta's notes here, like, what does that mean? You keep on putting fingernail polish on, you keep on wearing makeup, you keep on wearing a frilly blouse. Um, I think that there is a real extreme denial of the fact that even in that person's head is doubts. And what these doctors are doing so that they can get their clients or patients into the pipeline that's going to make them a lot of money, they are ignoring the fact that the patients themselves have a lot of doubts because you can't change sex. And so it's natural that you would have doubts. Um, and also, you can't really pass. And okay, so the doctor, okay, a well established transgender identity. And I'm questioning, like, what the heck does that mean? Um, their likely stability post initiation of, they call it HRT, that is a euphemism for wrong sex hormones, meaning testosterone in females and estrogen in males, which damages internal organs and the skeletal structure and teeth and so on. However, they call it HRT, initiation of HRT or surgery. The post initiation of those so-called transgender affirming affirmation. It's difficult to predict. And so here, if you ask me, these doctors are sort of making an excuse that, oh, well, they had other mental illness. And so I couldn't really have treated all of it. I was just dealing with their so-called gender dysphoria. And so there's a question this doctor poses. What criteria do other people use to determine whether or not they can write a letter supporting surgical transition for this population being the people with bipolar disorder, autism, and schizoaffective disorder? Later, okay, so this is Shellenberger now, commenting. Later, we see in the conversations a sense of outrage that people should have to have letters to justify these surgeries. How dare people require that we have letters? Well, the surgeons need to hold the line. I mean, that's the problem, is that this so-called gender surgery is a medical treatment that has, until recently, never been subjected to the boundaries of medical malpractice. Okay. Okay, now I'm going back and forth between Michael Shellenberger's comments, my comments, and the doctor's letters. So there's this outrage that you would even have to take a letter to the surgeon. And I know that the letter from my ex-husband, Nettie, whoops, from a happy time. Okay, I know that his letter was from Dr. Connie, and oh, I've got another thing going on my screen here. Sorry, everyone, with my bad eyes. Okay. How dare people require that we have letters? Okay. Yes, so the letter. So Dr. Connie was the one writing a letter in 1996 for Nettie, but Nettie hadn't done what was called the Blanchard Protocol of 2 years in this persona. He hadn't done it. But so they, even going back to the 1990s, they fudged. And I doubt that he had 3 letters from, you know, competent people. My sense is if the surgeons were actually requiring 3 letters, there would have been the one from Dr. Connie and then 2 from some other people at Stanford University Medical in the summer of 1996 from people there because he spent a month out there and then demanded to have a month in exchange of being with the children, you know. It was quite remarkable. Okay, so here continues the doctor. I have a patient that's choosing not to change clothes, has not showered, and is wearing the same clothing since the follow-up appointment nearly a month ago. And then he goes on to say, I'm not sure if all of that very troubling behavior could be just the gender dysphoria. But what many detransitioners have told us is they do progressively get more and more psychiatrically ill because, of course, in the back of their head is the realization that you can't change sex. And then also, they feel a pressure to make this process go really fast because they've been sold the idea, I just need to get this, I just need to get that, I just need to be on this, I just need to be on that. And then there's the situation with this very bad drug called finasteride, which the doctors are giving to men who think they're women who don't want to lose their hair. And it's also being given to women who want to be men, but they don't want to lose their hair. And the hair loss is caused by the testosterone. And finasteride has been proven to be a very, very dangerous drug. And even for its original use. So it's a whole cocktail of drugs and a cocktail of surgeries that have no foundation in medical ethics or actual science. Again, go out and take your walk. It stops snowing, so I'm going to get out. Be well. Thank you.